ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends of all shapes and sizes, and welcome to MLB The Show 20 and the Jason Parham Road to the Show. I'm Tyrant Saber, and that's right. Last night, the MLB The Show 20 unlocked for early access, which I purchased, and we are now able to get going in the game. I had a little stream last night. Apparently, there were some technical difficulties, and it didn't come up for very many people. But nonetheless, I have had a little bit of experience with the new game, the new season. It's going to be interesting. Different mechanics, different systems, and, things don't work the same way as they did last year in a lot of respects. So, I guess we'll find out together how things are going. Let's go ahead and get out here. Reminder for everybody who's been following the series. Last time out, Jason faced off against the Pirates at Citizens Bank Park. Pitched for 8 innings, allowed 1 run on 5 hits, collected 10 strikeouts, and got himself the win. So we would like to keep things going out here, but the only way to do that is to play some more baseball. So let's get on that. Get a bullpen day. So we can actually change some of our pitches up here, unlike previously. Last year, we wound up having some trouble with the in years past, show 18 and 19, you could add pitches to your game, but you could not take them away. So once your battle style was set, there was no changing it. Apparently now, you can change things up at any time just by flipping up through the bullpen session and looking at your various things. So looks kind of like you can change up your pitches, but it also kind of looks like you can only change them to things that the game assigns to you. So none of that really appeals to me. Like, I'm good with all those. But yeah, we can go ahead and get some other stuff going out here, and I think we'll do that. Hits per nine. Work on our we'll work on our change-ups, I guess. And a clubhouse day. I'm still having to fight through all of these tutorials because they really want to tell me about systems that I know about already. Brian Shibuya, new member of the team, just came over from the Braves a couple of weeks ago at this point. So, looking forward to it. And that is going to bring us out here against the Milwaukee Brewers in Citizens Bank Park. Now, Jason has faced off against the Brewers a grand total of 9 times. He has a 4-4 record against them, a 2.12 ERA, and a 2.43 WOBA. So I would like to see those numbers on the rise or decline, I guess, for pitchers. But nonetheless, good results against them, nothing to complain about. So only thing we can do is get out here and get it. Well, here we are once again with right-handed starting pitcher Jason Parham out here for something like his 8th or 9th season in the major leagues. Part of the draft class of 2017. Right-handed pitcher drafted by the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Number 15.
Had something of a saga to his career at this point. First pitch is taken to the track out there, and center fielder Eric Otska's out there to get it for 1 away. Brewers are coming out here with a pretty good lineup today, but of course they are facing off against the Phillies ace, Mr. Jason Parham. Drafted by the Pirates halfway through his Double-A season, his first season in Double-A, traded to the Padres, spent half a year in the Double-A system for San Diego, spent about half a year in the Triple-A affiliate for San Diego, and then called up in 2019. Pitched about half the season, didn't do so well with an ERA of 6.61, allowed 20% of his fly balls went for home runs. And these Phillies this year so far are not doing so well, unfortunately. Kind of a depleted farm system and a bit of a lacking. Bit of a lacking major league club, but hopefully the addition of big ticket free agent Jason Parham in the last year from the 2026 season. Strikeout swinging on a slider down and away, and that is going to be the second out of the day and the first strikeout of the day for Jason. In any case, went from starting for San Diego in 2019 to in the bullpen for 2020. Spent a couple years in the bullpen for San Diego. Actually served as their closer for good, 2 or 3 months of the season. Got 14 saves. Then was traded to the Marlins. Then within a month or two of being traded to the Marlins, he was traded again to the New York Mets. Served as a starting pitcher for both of those teams. Spent half the season in New York. Got traded to the Nationals in July of 2021. And then after about a week or 2 weeks, got traded again at the deadline to the Boston Red Sox.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
At which point he kind of caught fire. From 2021 to 2023, he won 2 Cy Young Awards. Was a 2-time All-Star, and in 2023 he won a World Series with the Red Sox. His ERA has been on the decline pretty much every year he's been out here. Went from 6.61 in his rookie season down to 3.63 the following year between those 3 clubs. The Padres, Marlins, and Mets, and then the following year dropped that further to 2.71 with the Mets, Nationals, and Red Sox. Following 2 years were at nice hit to the gap there. It's going to be a base hit here for Nomar Mazara for these Brewers, and that is going to be a runner on second with 2 outs here in the top of the first. Nice contact. I find I'm having to talk more relative to what I'm doing because I don't have the broadcaster audio on, and I'm not sure that I'm a big fan of that. Slider taken in the zone for strike 1.
All right, come on now.
Chop that fastball down. Foul, called strike 2. So we use a little bit of showtime. Get the pitch down and away. And he fouled that one off, unfortunately, so he stays alive 0-2. A 2-seamer popped up over the mound. Jason has got it. And that is going to end the inning. So, double for Nomar Mazara, but nothing else going for these Brewers, and we go to the bottom of the first. 1 hit, but no runs. See what the Phillies can do going forward. So in any case, you got 2-time All-Star, 2-time Cy Young winner Jason Parham. Just won a World Series with the Red Sox in 2023. And what happens, but the Red Sox decide to non-tender him. They declined to offer him a contract for the 2024 season. And he was still under team control at the time, so he had something like 2 more years of team control left. But teams were still unwilling to offer. Swing and a miss there. That's J.D. Davis going down on strikes. Nice strikeout up in the zone with a 2-seam fastball. Jason, one of the faster 2-seam fastball throwers right now, not quite matching the likes of Michael Kopech with that 100-mile-an-hour 2-seamer. But he can get up there touching 98, 99 from times. In any case, went unsigned in 2024, or after the 2023 season. So, got the opportunity to test free agency. Got an offer from the Diamondbacks for about $9 million a year, which is not quite what he was hoping for, honestly. He was hoping for a long-term contract with a big payday, but they weren't willing to offer him that. So he signed for 2 years with Arizona and went on an absolute tear with them. Grounder over there to third base. Brian Shibuya's got it. And that is going to be the first out of the inning, or the second out of the inning. From Jose Aviles, and that'll bring up Sean Chavez for these Brewers.
The left fielder, Sean Chavez.
Jason pitched 2 years for the Diamondbacks. He had another 2 All-Star berths, another 2 Cy Youngs, a 1.67 ERA in 2024 and a 1.54 ERA in 2025. MVP awards in both years. And they went to the postseason both years, but got eliminated fairly early in both of them. Fly out to left field, and that is going to end the inning. So, no hits for Milwaukee in the top of the second. The Phillies get a chance to come out here and try their luck again here in the bottom of the second. And Jason is going to get his chance out here against Brian Saito for these Brewers. 2 on, 2 out here, bottom of the second. Now, Jason is not the world's best batter, but he has been known to get himself some contact from time to time.
Hey, now we've got 2.
Right, you don't want that. Great take.
And you can see with this new interface, the changes done in show 20, you now have 3 indicators here. The outermost set of brackets indicates your plate vision range, the zone in which you can semi-reliably get something fouled off of. The inner zone is kind of your traditional PCI, the traditional zone in which you can get good contact on things. And then in the center are a couple circles which serve as your sweet spot indicator. You know, they tell you, pop that one up, unfortunately. But if I'd have been able to get the circles on that spot and time it up perfectly, it would have given me what's called a perfect contact result, in which you couldn't have hit the ball any better, and that would have driven it somewhere, hopefully. In any case, after a couple of strong years with the Diamondbacks, Jason made a really strong case for himself going into free agency, and he decided to go back to his native Pennsylvania and pitched for the Philadelphia Phillies, signing a 10-year, $310 million contract with the Phils, thereby hopefully putting an end to his saga of getting dealt every year, or multiple times a year, as the case may be.
That's a ball.
So as you can see, if you're familiar with him, you would know this, but if you're new to the series, well, welcome to the series. Hope you're enjoying yourself. I try to do videos as often as possible.
Ball.
When I'm feeling my oats, I can do it every day, but you know, it's been a little more sporadic of late, but I'll do my best to provide more content with you with the new season coming out. But if you're not familiar with Jason, that is a cutter, hit high and far, and it's gonna be out of here. Ariano cracks himself a nice home run here to put the Brewers out in front here, 1-0 in the top of the third. Well, that'll bring up pitcher Brian Saito.
Batting ninth, the pitcher. Brian.
So hopefully we'll be able to do something to this guy.
Yeah.
Fastball down in the zone, taken for strike one. So Jason is a native of Pennsylvania, Allentown, Pennsylvania. Stands 6'3", weighs 206 pounds. Right-handed, bats right. Change up, and it's under the shortstop's glove, so even the pitcher gets himself a base hit, so he's on to first with nobody out here in the third as well. Put that change up in a hittable location, and the pitcher, oddly, did not miss.
Kevin Ortega. Ball one. Attaboy. Counts 1-0.
High and tight in there, but called ball one.
Now, what time?
No, that's low.
Another one below the zone taken, so that's a 2-0 count. And laid off that one, it's a 3-0 count. Not ideal.
Hey.
Fastball pumped down the zone at 95. That is going to be strike one. Right there on the corner, too. That's strike two. So we'll go ahead and use a little showtime. Pitch a change up to the corner. Swung on and missed. Much needed strikeout. And that's going to be the third on the day for Jason, and one away here in the top of the third. Kevin Ortega goes away. Struck out there, but still doing okay in limited plate appearances. 6 plate appearances from Jason, or against Jason, and has a .333 average, so 2 base hits. Dan Clark on now for the Brewers.
Hey, let's turn it. Roll 2 right now.
So Jason, in a perfect world, is more of a contact pitcher than a power pitcher. Prides himself on limiting walks and throwing strikes. Fastball down in the zone. That's taken for ball one. Nomar Mazara, of course, got one. Throws that two-seam fastball, can get up to 98, as I said.
Hey, have a rip up there right now, huh?
Nope. That's
Kind of an
ball.
unusual confluence of events led to that. Fastball up and away, swung on and missed, and that is strike two, evens the count. Strike three, couldn't hold up in time, and that is going to end the inning. So, they hit a home run off of Jason. That's going to push the Brewers out push the Brewers out in front 1-0. But we'll see if these Phillies can't rally here. Yeah, that's super weird. I am going to have to change that back sooner rather than later, because
the first baseman, number 55.
I enjoy having the commentators in my ear. I know that's tough for you guys because you guys are having to listen to both the commentators and to me.
Hey, we got no one. Two.
Fouls off the fastball down and away, and that's strike 2. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Incidentally, this gives you a view of all of your fielders and their relative stats, so you can know if you got good fielders who can, good cannons on your outfielders, you can be more inclined to give them fly balls to the outfield,
Hey, get a good one up there.
knowing that they'll be able to limit contact out there.
Up, straight out.
Cutter up and in, fouled off. Yeah, Jason not really noted for being a power pitcher here. Josh Bell swings and misses through that changeup, and that's strikeout number 5 on the day for Jason. Started his career with a 2-seam fastball, a 12-6 curveball, and a circle changeup. In his time with the Padres organization, I think it was, he added on a cutter
Your pitch. Right here. Let's
to give him some more options. Kind of had that Greg Maddux in and out left and right combo.
Fellas, let's go.
And then I think it was with the Mets the following season, he added on the slider to finish out his 5-pitch repertoire.
Can up there, huh?
So really, Jason can pitch any direction but straight, is the thought that I've had.
Two. Hey, great at bat. Nice hit.
But J.D. Davis gets himself a nice double out here. And that is going to be a runner on second with one away here in the top of the 4th.
Now batting, second baseman, Jose Avila.
Fouls off the fastball inside at 96.
Hey, we got one here.
Jose Aviles here got a bunch of plate appearances against Jason. This is 21 previously. This will be plate appearance number 22. And with that fly out, comes out here with a 136. Comes off the field with a 136 batting average against Jason. One career home run, but 5 strikeouts against Jason. Facing off against Sean Chavez now.
All right, come on now. Let it fly.
Fastball up and away, taken for strike 1 to even the count. Curveball to the inside corner, taken. Strike 3 called. And he can change the channel on that one because he got caught looking. Watching a different game from the rest of us is what I'm saying. Going bottom 4, still behind 1-0, but hopefully Jason and the rest of the Phils can turn this one around. Well, it might be up to Jason here. Bottom 4th with 2 out, nobody on. High slider taken.
Here we go now. Come on now. One time. Up.
Got room.
And another pop up there, and that is going to end the inning, unfortunately.
Jump ahead of him right here, huh?
Hey, get a good one. Get a good piece.
Antonio Ariano coming out here now for the Brewers. He hit that home run earlier that's pushed across the sole run of the game. Fastball down and in, taken for strike 1.
Hey, nobody away. Hey, let her rip one time.
So one of the things that distinguishes this series from pretty much every other MLB The Show series out there is the fact that, well, for one thing, I'm playing a pitcher. I guess that's the biggest difference between this and most of the series out there.
Good one. Drive it, kid.
But the other difference is that I have created a spreadsheet for this game, and I track all of my stats for Jason in that spreadsheet. Fouls off the fastball down and away. 2-2 count.
Hey, here we go. You got this.
Give him a changeup down and in. Out in front of that one. So we'll try for curveball. Twitches at it, but does not swing, so that's a 3-2 count. Now we'll try a two-seamer. Lays off of that one, so Jason issues only his first walk of the season.
Now batting, the pitcher, Brian Saito.
And now Brian Saito going to attempt to bunt here.
Ball one, no strike.
Hey, one time, right now, kid. Here we go.
And will successfully do so. That is a sac bunt for Brian Saito to move the runner over to second base with one away. Brings back up Kevin Ortega. Struck out once already on the day.
Kevin Ortega.
Fastball inside at 97, taken for strike one.
Hey, come on now, guys. You gotta hold him. One out.
Go for the back foot slider here, I think.
Hey, like you can up there. One.
That's grounded into the gap, and it's going to be a foot race, and unfortunately, not going to get there in time. That's going to be a base hit for Kevin Ortega. Puts runners first and third here with only one away. Brings up Dan Clark.
Now batting, the
Struck out and flown out today.
Clark.
But yeah, the reason I'm able to give you all of these stats pretty much right up front is because I've got a spreadsheet sitting in front of me that lists all of the, newspaper type stats as well as some of the more advanced analytical ones right in front of me. And one of the philosophies I had going into this game was that I wanted to make it available to you, so there is a link to that spreadsheet in the description of every video. Every Jason Parham video, anyway. That will allow you to go in there and look at all of his results.
Hey, you got it. No one better. Here we go. Four.
Oh, that was a bad decision. Well, I got the out at first, but unfortunately a run did come in to score, so that is going to be an RBI base hit for Dan Clark, and Ariano comes in for another score.
See it. Drive it like you can.
Ball, that's
Hey,
off.
good luck.
Brings up Nomar Mazara again.
All right, one time right here, kid.
Swung on and missed the curveball there, and that's strike two, or strike one, rather.
Hey, get your pitch right up there, huh? Let's go, kid.
Swung on and missed the fastball above the zone. So he's really guessing at everything today.
Here we go, baby.
Swung on and missed. Changeup down and away. Strike three swinging to end the inning, but another run does come in to score here for these Brewers, and that is going to leave Jason in kind of a rough spot going into the top of the sixth. Unless these Phillies can pull back a couple runs. Which, in fact, they did do. Josh Bell comes to the plate, and the Phils have tied it up here, going top six. So Jason comes out here still on top of a no decision, and hopefully he can hold it that way.
Nope.
Fastball below the zone taken.
1-1.
Ball 1.
Here we go, fellas. Let's go.
That's ball 2.
Another changeup. That one's right on the black, and that is called ball 2.
1-1-1.
Chops it in front of the plate. Miscommunication there from Chance Cisco and Jason on that one, so that's a grounder right in front of the plate.
Up next for Milwaukee, the third baseman, J.D. Davis.
High fastball. J.D. Davis takes that one, and that's strike 1.
Let's roll it up.
Swung on a slider, hung up in the zone, and that is strike 2. Swung on a curveball in the dirt, and that's strike 3 swinging. 8 strikeouts on the day for Jason, so he is dealing. They're just also getting their own hits off of him.
Now batting, second baseman.
Fastball outside corner, and that is strike 1. Jose Aviles, 0 for 2 on the day. Another fastball down in the zone, and that's strike 2.
Come on, big guy.
Swung on and missed the changeup away. Strikeout number 9 for Jason, and that's 2 out here in the inning. I feel like I need to double check Jason's pitching style here because it feels different. Yes, it is different, I think. Well, maybe not. He's pitching from the stretch right now. One of the things that's most characteristic about Jason is the high leg kick he uses when there's nobody on base. Fouls off the fastball up in the zone, stays alive 0-2. Another one up and away. Fouled off. And a curveball just taken there by Sean Chavez, and that is going to end the inning. So Jason deals out here, gets a bunch of strikeouts. That's going to end the top of the 6th, bring the Phils back out to bat. And that brings on Antonio Arellano once again, a walk and a home run for him today. So he has been all of the offense for these Brewers today. Jason now sitting 97 pitches on the day. And that would be a problem ordinarily, but Jason is kind of a workhorse. One of the things that distinguishes Jason for a lot of his career is the number of complete games he's had. 29 career complete games. And in his career, he will go an average of, for the course of his entire career, including all the relief appearances he had, he will go 6.1 innings per game. And in the last something like 4 years, he has gone at least 7 innings a game. That's every outing, you know. He comes out for an average of 7 innings. But with a liner out to the right center field gap, you got to figure that double might be the end of Jason's day. And in fact, we're going to have a double switch out here. Phillies coach is coming out here to make a switch, and that is going to be Jason's day done. He's coming off the mound in favor of Michael Rosado, and that is going to do it. Well, it's not the way I wanted to debut MLB The Show 20, but it is what it is. Jason pitches for 6 innings, allows 3 runs on 7 hits and a walk, one of which was that Antonio Arellano home run. collects 10 strikeouts and gets himself the loss. He goes to 4-2 on the year, and he moves to 121 and 52 in his career. His ERA has gone to 2.3. His ERA has gone to 1.73. His FIP is at 2.28, and his xFIP is at 2.71. So that's going to do it for me. Until next time, I'm Tyrant Saber, and I will see you at the ballpark.